Hello, pile number one, and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. So we're going to be taking a look into the karma of the person that stole from you, but I'm going to allow the energy to guide the reading and the spread. So I hope this comes a positive service to those who might need to hear it today. Please bear in mind that my readings are timeless, so when you are more so guided or directed towards the reading is when it's probably going to best resonate with you. So trust in your own intuition and instincts. But pile number one. The role that you guys had in this person's life was the role of a teacher. You helped this person to realize the chaos in their own lives. If you can see in the background of Isis's energy, there's a lot of fire, but it looks like bombs or meteors. This is the card that represents the feminine energy of Sirius, the constellation. But what I'm getting here is that you guys have learned a lot about yourself just as much as this person has learned a lot from you. This person, they saw you as someone who could have been wealthier than them, could have been more well off than them, could have been more well developed in themselves or in their own lives. And they saw you as someone who had a lot of power or impact, or your voice to them at some point was more important than what you realized. Especially if you looked down on this person in some way, shape or form in the past. If you had a voice of discipline in this person's life, especially in childhood, and they stole from you, this person was materialistic and greedy, and they were very much influenced by that. They kind of, what would be the word? I don't know the word, but it's like they overvalued what you had. They thought you were more well off than what you are. Take this part as a compliment, but you make things look wealthy. Even if you're not wealthy, you make things look rich, or like perhaps you have a very unique style or way of moving through life, dealing with life issues, changes. Perhaps you present yourself very well, at least in this person's eyes. Or they saw you as having a lot of valuables, a lot of things. You could display your achievements or your possessions. So this person sees you as someone who has accumulated wealth or prosperity, power, influence, reputation, or authority in some way. Let me just grab some more cards here, guys. Sorry. So why did this person steal from my viewer? This person was imbalanced in life. This is, if they stole like material goods from you, pile number one, this person was really struggling within their finances or within their sense of security. This person was not well. For some of you, I believe the person that stole from you is someone who might have a hidden addiction, or like, yeah. For some of you, it's a hidden addiction. If you've had suspicions of like drugs or obsessions, compulsions, I would say maybe take your suspicion more seriously. And if you can, without disrespecting anyone, maybe even look more into it if you wanted to. For others of you, this person felt as though you were too much of an influence in their life. This person could have misunderstood you a lot and created a lot of strife, is what I just heard. That's why they stole from you, because it was a strife energy, it's chaotic energy. This person is that, and they projected a lot of that onto you, and they were perceiving their own flaws or weaknesses through you, because they were projecting onto you what they were not accepting within themselves, if that makes sense. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see me shuffling the cards when I move back away from the speaker. For some of you guys, especially if you knew this person from a past addiction that you guys might have had, this person stole from you because they broke their sobriety. For some of you, they went back on their promises. They sabotaged an agreement. And for others of you, this is just someone who was recreating the imbalances that outside of themselves, that they have inside of themselves. Because if we're imbalanced within, that is what we start to channel into our actions, into our beliefs, into our emotions, into our exchanges. You know, that's what we start to use to motivate and drive our recreative power, really. And that's what this person was doing, and acting from a very unhealthy place within themselves. Okay. Why did the person on pile number 1's mind steal from them? Why did they do that? Because they have an unhealthy attachment to superficial and materialistic gain. This person values the wrong things. They're not really in alignment with their morals, their values, their principles, their commitments, priorities. They're not in alignment or working on reflecting what is most meaningful to them yet. It's because this person's immature. They're unhealthy right now. That's why they're overvaluing money. What actually fuels their actions is heartbreak. This person believes that there's a lot of influences in their life that deserves blame for how it is that they have chosen to be, but they're not recognizing the mask that they put on themselves when they give that narrative as much power as what they have. They find reasons to validate their heartbreak rather than finding ways to create solution and healing for themselves. So they think healing is going to come from superficial gain when it's not. And as soon as they remove the mask, they'll see through the illusions that they've built for themselves and be able to rebuild balance in the chaos they've created, if they really wanted to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why is they see you as someone who has a lot of money. They see you, if they don't see you as someone who has a lot of money, they thought you did. If that doesn't resonate, they saw you as someone who could be successful with a good business idea. Or they saw you being successful before you see yourself being successful if you're working on your own business. This person could know that you have saved up a lot of money or have accumulated a lot of accomplishments that have given you a lot of return in some way. And this person felt entitled to what you've kind of achieved for yourself. They thought that they could probably use you to get through the door as well. But it's not really going to work because they built their foundation on an unstable ground, you know what I'm saying? And it was all built and motivated from imbalance. So I don't actually know if they really have a direct, true, like, reason why you were the person that they stole from. I think it would have been anyone that they could or had the opportunity to. You know, I don't think this was a personal thing for them. This person was struggling, and I'm not trying to like pity party this person or validate why they did what they did. It's just speaking from the energies that I'm picking up on here. This person feels like they were validated to take the action, like they had a reason to take the action. Whether it was valid or not, it doesn't really matter. They shouldn't have taken what didn't belong to them. Yeah, and now they've gone and got themselves bound to a probable legal situation if they stole money from you, a business idea, broke a contract, or did something like damage something that was valuable of yours, or created chaos in your life and on purpose. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what the karma is for the person that stole from you, pile number 1. They're not going to be able to communicate effectively. They're not going to really have the ability to understand themselves all that well to then be able to communicate at all, full stop. Sorry, 2 seconds. Just adjusting. I was sitting on the floor, but it got uncomfortable. I have a hot water bottle, by the way, guys, just so you know. Yeah, this person is going to have difficulty embracing the truth of themselves and their emotions. They're not going to know how to talk about it. They're kind of grieving right now, just so you know. Their karmic cycle has already begun. I think this person backstabbed you, and this person was aware of it. And I would say that the connection between you two was karmic, so you guys learned a really striking good life lesson from an unfortunate exchange, maybe. Oh, one of my cards just dropped. Okay. So this person doesn't appreciate who it is that they are naturally in their own life, quite honestly. This person has given up. They don't value their position, they don't value their presence, they don't value their influence. So if this is someone who is also like a social influencer or someone who is famous, by the way, you might witness someone who you might have liked in the past or something be held accountable, by the way, publicly. They might be ridiculed, and they might, yeah, I don't know, that's random, but I saw it on like TV. Someone being ridiculed on TV, and you guys being like, whoa, really? And then kind of being like, oh wow. You know what I mean? It's like disappointed, a little bit of shame, a little bit of like side eye, you know. A lot of exposure to public people, you know what I'm saying? People who don't think about their presence, or like they lack self-awareness. Yeah, anyway. For the person who stole from you, pile number 1. Maybe it was a social influencer, by the way, that stole from you in the past. Maybe you could have donated or like supported this person and you didn't get back what you thought you deserved, for some of you. Yeah, but for others of you, this is someone who gives up too fast. They don't know how to take leadership in their own lives, and they're going to feel consistently blocked or feeling like they're having to jump hurdles. because in the background of the card there is like carved horses, and with the goddess in reverse, this is saying this person is going to struggle to they're going to struggle to listen to their strengths within themselves. They're seeing the worst in themselves, really. They're going to go through a dark night of the self or stealing from you. This person's freedom could be affected a lot. And it could be in deeper ways than just like, for example, going to prison. For some of you, this person is going to go to prison or have to pay like a really huge fine. For others of you, this person is just going to feel blocked off from being able to make the right actions in their life because they're attached to a particular outcome that they can't get. And they're ignoring everything that is like alarming within themselves, telling them that they're going down the wrong road, or they're ignoring their inner truth, which is why they are struggling to communicate with people, because they're not speaking from their authentic voice, authentic experience, and they will always struggle to, as long as they are in rejection of taking accountability for where it is that they are at and what they hold on to that keeps them there or holds them back from taking leadership in their life. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a part of their long-term karma. This person is always going to be at like a spiritual war within themselves. This person doesn't treat lightly, by the way, so I think they're going to go and create arguments or fights with the wrong people. Like if this person is like a drunk or like a drug addict, this person is going to fight people a lot. This person could also have to like protect the little that they have or keep for themselves. They might also feel very alone a lot for a very, very long time, because they're not attracting in people who complement who it is that they are, because they don't even know who they are. So they don't know who they're good for, and that's going to forever, as long as they operate that way, I feel like it's going to forever affect the way they build connections with other people, you know? If they don't know who they're good for, they're always going to struggle to maintain healthy relationships. They're always going to have clashes. They're always going to attract in karmic situations, and they're probably always going to, I would say, stay committed to their patterns, because once again, they're rejecting taking accountability. And that's what's inviting all of these conflicts. And it's reflecting in money, family dynamics or connections, friendships, future relationships. It's affecting the trust that they have within themselves. They're slowly being beaten down, is what I just heard. And yeah, this is 37, and then you have number 10. So really what it is 10-10. It's saying that this person wants to bring a complete ending to the life it is that they live, and find and like kind of find a different life eventually, but they're gonna always kind of struggle to until they change their ways, their behaviors, their outlooks, their perspectives, and their contributions to their life. What is going to be the karma for those who stole from the viewer of pile number 1, please? Damn. So the karma that's going to hit the hardest for this person is the shattering of the illusion of what they once thought they valued, or getting what they want and then seeing that it was empty return, really. Say for example, if this person gambles, for example, they take the last of, they take their week check, they go to gamble, they gamble pretty much all of it away, and then they get a small return, but they take that as a win and see it as like a good investment. You know what I'm saying? And then realizing that they can't pay the bills with what they got back in return. They have like meltdowns or consistent chaotic situations in their life. They prioritize the wrong thing, and it jeopardizes everything that is actually truly valuable in this person's life. This person is always going to have instability within their money, so long as they stay committed to their ways of being. And I think you're gonna, if you haven't already, you're gonna see the decline of this person's money, work, achievements, progress. You might see the breakdown of certain relationships in this person's life. You might also start to see them renounce their commitments everywhere in life. They might also start to, this is like the beginning of a self-identity crisis. It's where they're gonna really try and change everything to readjust their life. And it might not happen right away. You might see this or hear about this in time to come, but please trust and believe the story is going to get back to you some way, shape, form, some way, somehow. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This person's got a really negative mindset, so they're going to keep repeating cycles of negative manifestations, consequence, in other words, outcome, natural result. This person always tries to watch you in some way. They might also talk about you to people around them. They might try to gather information, but they can't explain to people why. What is going to be the karma for the persons that stole from my viewer? The direct karma. This person is going to change. They're going to be forced to change with the dragonfly coming out here. They've got a shift of perspective, and I think that they, they want to better the situation. They want to evolve and grow from it. They want to move into a next phase of life and heal any inner child trauma, any negativity that they have in regards to you. They're trying to release the past. They might be a little delulu with it, really, like they're trying to escape being held accountable once again. So if this person has been gaslighting you or trolling you or making you believe that you're like the one in the wrong somewhere, please believe that you're not. You're really not. This person knows what they did. They're trying to escape it. They really are. Karmic relationship. Yeah, no, this person is backstabbing you. Yeah, they're trying to get away with it. Damn, with the clock. Yeah, they've been trying to get away with quite a lot for quite some time. And I think you've already had a lot of signs and confirmations about the types of people that need to leave your life. Really. You know. And I think it's time that you trust yourself. A lot of people's true colors are going to be revealed around you over these next 20 days is what I just saw. 2 weeks to 20 days. So I think there will be more karma and much more depth to this, because once again, this is a general reading, so I can only give brief overviews and common patterns that is strongest to me in the energy. But yeah, there's going to be much more to this person's karma, because the themes that we've touched on today are going to travel much deeper into their lives than what I can touch on, in much more personal, hard-hitting ways, because this person's biggest karma, I say, is self-identity crisis, which means ego death, which brings change to all areas of our life, you know. So everything is going to have to change, and you're going to hear about it, you're going to see it, you might even witness it on a third party sort of deal. So for example, like you have common friends who pass on the story of what they know. You know what I'm saying? So additional information for those who have chosen pile number 1. What do they need to know? I think that you already had an understanding of this situation already. So there's not many details I actually need to go further into from what I just heard here. I think, because I keep being drawn into the wolf eyes, I think you guys already had a good insight into what was going to happen with this person karmically. I think you're already quite well aware of the natural consequences that come from their actions. I also think you already probably strategized around what this person was trying to do, because you had deep suspicions of it quite some time ago. You know what I'm saying? I just think you didn't really want to believe that this person was doing anything against you intentionally, even though all of your instincts, your better judgment, your intellect, even your love was telling you otherwise, you know. And when I say your love was telling you otherwise, I mean, like, even your love was like, this is not love, this is not equal return, this is not compassionate, this is not empathic, this is not respectful, this is not accepting, or, you know. Am I making sense? I hope so. Though you didn't want to listen to these questions that were arising within your own self-love, your own higher self, even your inner voice, deepest truth, better judgment was kind of pulling you up and saying, you know, hey, the connections that you have are not good. These messages that your subconscious keeps sending to you, you keep brushing off, but I think you've learned why that's no good, is what I just heard. Some of you guys could have once misunderstood how to have compassion for yourself as well. All different versions of yourself that equal the totality of who you know yourself to be. This person could have brought out different sides of you that helped you to realize what you needed to work on to better yourself. And I think within yourself you'll build a form of compassion for this person. And if not now, you will feel compassion for this person, and it will probably come as a result of seeing the true impact of the karma that is going to come into this person's life as a result of their choices. Closing message. Yeah. This person is... Yeah, this person... Way of self-love. Okay. This person is going to probably witness you change because of your self-love processes, which means they are still watching you, even though they stole from you. They could have stolen opportunities, your love, your time, your commitment, your resources, your strengths as well. They could have learned from you, then stole your information and used it to grow positive change in their own life. For others of you, they abused your compassion. But the choices that they've made recently, not with just you, other people around them, is going to send them into a whirlwind of change, just so you know. And I don't think a lot of people around them are going to feel sorry for them. I think you are going to be one of the probably only ones who do develop a sense of understanding and compassion for this person if you haven't already. Because you see that this person is hurt, which is why they don't understand the true impact of what they're doing to others. Anyway, pile number 1, those are the messages I have for you today. I'm not sure if this has helped at all, but I hope it's validated something or confirmed something for you. But with all that being said, until next time, bye guys. Hi, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to be taking a look into the karma of the person that stole from you. And I'm just going to let the energy guide the reading as usual. So I see here, pile number 2, that you guys stood as an inspiration for the person that stole from you. I think this person could have even took inspiration from your spiritual practices, your actions, your business plans, your achievements. For some of you, your spiritual teachings, directions, perspectives. You are someone who could be really good at art. And art is such a wide thing. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you're really, really good at, that comes naturally to you, that you are able to express yourself through, is your form of art. You know what? I just heard that you guys were seen as a hero. This person who stole from you says that you have a good heart. You know what I'm saying? I believe that you guys could be people who try to see the good in bad situations, or try to see the lessons in challenging times. You know, a lot of people, or at least the person who stole from you, could have mistaken you to have a very high pride. It's not that at all. You're just very protective. I don't think you like to waste your time or other people's time. So you stay focused on the things that, I don't know, are important to you. And that's how this person saw you. They saw you as someone who was focused, who was dedicated, who was committed to creating an idea, a dream, art, inspiration, just your form of expression. And I just heard the reason why they stole from you, it was a form of retaliation. They felt like they had to retaliate against you. Why did the person steal from my viewer? What motivated them to steal? Because they thought things came to you easily. They wanted things to come to them much easily. They didn't want to put in the amount of effort that it takes to get to where it is that you are, what you've cultivated for yourself, how you've grown yourself. Your practices, your spiritual understandings, philosophies, mastery, practices, if I didn't say that already. This person was trying to manipulate you. And this person was trying to manipulate requirements that are necessary for what they have claimed as their own, though it's not theirs. This is the type of person who would rather not suffer and get the best out of life. You know what I'm saying? This person is the type of person to always choose the easy way out, and that's why they stole from you. Because they were trying to grow or manipulate or get the best out of something without earning it or deserving it. And that's why they tried to steal it from you, or did steal it from you. Why did the person on pile number 2's mind steal from them? This person stole from you because they wanted a sense of purpose. They wanted a sense of healing and, I would say, closure. They wanted to revisit what true power was. They saw power through you. They saw purpose through you. They saw meaning. They saw guidance. They saw a direction. They saw how much you've grown, how you've healed yourself, how you've claimed your sense of belonging within yourself. And if you don't feel this way, at least this person sees you this way. And they wanted that too. So that's why they stole from you. Now this person's all tied up. They don't know what to do, how to move, how to navigate their situations. They've told a lot of lies that they feel like they can't get out of, and they're starting to realize what they thought they wanted, they don't want, and it's working against their sense of inner peace. They're having to do a lot of sacral chakra releasing by returning to what they once gave their power away to, and strategize how to heal or get back to the center of themselves, with the journey card being here. This is the equivalent of going within yourself and learning about yourself more. This person needs to gain enlightenment from understanding who it is that they are, what it is that they want, what they've adopted that wasn't their own, and they've got to learn what they love, what is most meaningful to them. Yeah, this person was envious of you, and that's why they stole from you. This person was willing to take what they could from you in order to sabotage you, or at least get ahead of you. This person thought they wanted what they saw through you, but they misunderstood their emotions, their motives, their drive, and this was an unhealthy manifestation of their lack of self-discipline or lack of self-awareness. And that's also a reason why they stole from you. They lacked a lot of foresight, by the way, and now they're kind of forced to sit back and watch you grow and build results for yourself. I think you've also built up a lot of more boundaries. This person can't access you anymore. They hear about you though. They also see you in some way. Oh, yeah, Jeevers. Okay. You guys could have foreseen a change coming up in the near future, and it's a sudden change to, this could be something that has been gossiped about within friendship circles, within a community. You're going to hear back word about this person. It could have been about rumors they spread, words they shared, failures that they've witnessed. But you guys have probably already intuitively received insight into what you can expect to be revealing itself, really. I think it's important that you trust your intuition, especially during this time. Let me see here. We're going to go ahead and take a look into the karma. Sorry if that was a little bit cryptic, but it will make sense once it comes through and manifests for yourself. This is nothing to be worried about. I just think you're going to hear word back about the karma that this person's going through, most of all if those previous messages didn't resonate with you. You could also hear about the fallout of a friendship group, if this person was a part of your friendship group. So the karma for this person that's on your mind, just know that you're already quite well aware of what's going to end up happening. You've probably already predicted it, at least to yourself. Or you could have already meditated on this prior to now. This person is not really going to build substantial results in their life, whereas they're going to see you like building, like really building, and that's what they're most envious about, but they can't reach you anymore. And at one point in time, I think this person was really close to you and felt like they had an opinion in your life. Okay, what is the karma for the person that's on the mind of my pile number 2 viewers? Guides, guardians, and universe, thank you. If everything is going to dry up they're not going to have results. Once again, it's the same thing. Everything they hope for keeps falling through. They're going to have to keep going through death and rebirth situations in their life, starts and endings, sudden changes, fall throughs, sabotage. You know what I'm saying? This is because they hold themselves back from their inner truth, so they can't build anything real if they're not building from what it is and who it is that they are. You know what I'm saying? The karma is they've also disconnected themselves even further from spiritual enlightenment, connecting to their spirit team, their guides, their angels, their higher self. They've jeopardized the connection that they share with themselves, or the purity that they are supposed to have with themselves in order to understand and channel high vibrational beings like our spirit guides, our angels, our higher self, masters of the past, or what we call deities. They could also feel very disconnected from people around them, and just from being able to get what they want in general, with the possession card coming out here. 16 reducing down to 7, and 13 reducing down to 4. Yeah, this person is going to have to let go of a lot of things that they thought that they wanted in order to actually feel happiness in themselves and in their lives. They're going to have to let go of a lot of things that they've weaponized as well, like things that they've created threats with or created a war with based on opinion, if that makes sense. Yeah, this person is very far removed from the reality of things, and that's a big part of their karma as well. So they're not going to be able to build results if they're not seeing through clarity, and this person is going to feel like they're missing a lot of answers, or they're missing a lot of things to work with, like options, opportunities. This person is always going to face a creative block, or like if they've been echo chambering like teachings or understandings or methods that you guys designed, like intellectual property that belongs to you, and they've taken it from you. This person is going to have too many missing answers, so it's not going to make sense, and people are going to click to the fact that it doesn't belong to them. The more you speak from your truth and you focus on what you are wanting to do, and you do it anyway, regardless of what this person has tried to do behind the scenes, you are going to prove yourself through what you do. The thing is, your truth is your truth for a reason, and as long as you're living like that, in that way, you're going to get what is for you. This person isn't like that, which means they keep getting what's not for them, and they're wondering why their life is kind of poos right now, or at least how it will feel, if not already. They burn bridges, is what I just heard too. They hold very long outstanding grudges, and they hold on to the memories of loss, which dampens them and pulls them down even further, and that's a big part of their karma as well. Pile number 2. This person, yeah, they're actually very manipulative. They've fooled a lot of people, so don't feel too bad about it if you guys felt fooled. This person does it to quite a lot of different people. If this person is like a reader, or like someone who claims to work with spirit, I would say don't take their advice or their guidance or what they say as connection too seriously or too deeply, because this person is speaking through a filtered perspective of the matter, and this person is speaking from knowledge that isn't theirs. Like, they don't have knowledge that they speak on, and instead they're possessed by a perspective rather than experience or truth, wisdom or guidance or direction. You know what I'm saying? So spirit won't be present in something that lacks purpose, and that is this person's consequence. This person doesn't really have a purpose because they haven't given themselves a purpose. They don't have a true commitment. This person, if anything, is actually more committed to their lower nature, if you want to call it that, their lower expressions like manipulation, negativity, for some abuse, for some even like black magic, the manipulation of affirmation, which or spell casting. Spell casting, especially against other people, is always a big no-no. The reason why that is because it disrespects free will, and if that person isn't self-aware, it will manipulate their energy field, and eventually they will start to believe that they want you, but it's never substantial, it never lasts, and that always ends up being tragic. So this person could use the manipulation of X magic as well. And when I say X magic, I mean SEX. I can't say it out loud because it might trigger the YouTube community guidelines or whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying. Okay then. So what else does pile number 2 need to know about this situation? You guys have learned a lot of wisdom, or you've gained a lot of wisdom through this connection, or through this person stealing from you. You guys have gone through a cycle with this person, and I think you have now outgrown it. You don't need to be around them anymore. I think you have gained all the insight, all the knowledge, all the enlightenment that you could have from this situation as well. So there will be no longer any need to really reflect in on it all that much, because you're refocusing yourself on yourself and your life and what you want to build and achieve. So it doesn't really matter if this person stole like your intellectual property, your ideas. It's falling through anyway. It's lacking result because it doesn't mean anything to them, where you have a lot of meaning in what it is that you are doing, what you are focusing in on, and you will get the results it is that you deserve and that you sow for yourself. But you're doing it for the right reasons, in the right way, and with experience, motive, commitment, reason, integrity, and a lot of wisdom. And I think you'll continue to grow in wisdom based on the current journey that you're on, especially when it comes to reclaiming what was once taken from you. Does that make sense? You will get back what was taken from you, even if that was just a sense of your own power. Okay, what else do they need to know? Yeah, you guys are coming back into balance with yourself as well. After a time of self-reflection, with soul journey, reflect, and energy balance. You're focusing back in on what is most meaningful to you, believing in yourself, and asking yourself why you feel like you should do what you are doing. Once you discover these answers and you get closer with yourself, you guys are going to see that you're going to take off in a very prosperous direction. The thing that is most important is that you don't ignore your intuition. You follow your better judgment. Yeah, don't ignore your intuition. Listen to yourself. Yeah. Trust yourself. This will help you continue to strengthen the connection that you have with yourself, being aware of yourself, and staying grounded and present and centered as you move through life. Yeah, those are the messages I have for you today, pile number 2. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this has come positive service, and with all that being said, until next time, bye guys. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. So we're going to be taking a look into the karma of the person who stole from you, but as per usual, I'm just going to allow the energy to guide the reading. Taking a look at your guys' role in the person who stole from you. You guys could have stood as someone like a provider or a protector. you could have been someone who also helped them to correct past actions, mistakes. You could have also helped them to change their perception. No, you could have helped other people to change their perceptions of the person that you have on your mind that stole from you. I think you gave this person an example of how to achieve great things. I also think that you probably, some of you guys could have provided like some form of guidance for this person through like astrology, tarot, oracle work, numerology, or divination, some form of divination, runes. For my masculines watching this reading, this is probably a woman in your life who is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. She could have a lot of hidden issues. And she could be quite possessive. Yeah, she could be quite possessive over you, quite controlling. She overwatches everything. She's the type, not saying that this is a bad thing, you know, but this is just an example of what I'm getting. She's the type to look for reasons to accuse you of her insecurities, so she could fire a lot of blame for like cheating or like doing her wrong or stuff like that. I don't know. But that's because of her own inner darkness, extremes that she knows she would step to. Does that make sense? This could have been someone, the person that stole from you could have been someone who had a lot of fear of sacrifice. This was someone who felt like they had a lack of control in their own lives, so they would try to control other people outside of them or situations outside of them, responses and perceptions of other people. But really, this person had deep-seated turmoils, which was created from their fears. This person has a lot of secrets because her mouth is hidden by the masculine entity. So she could have even used like men around her to do her dirty work in some way. The person that stole from you could have also had a lot of confusion, and they could have also had a lot of repressed emotions, and they could have misinterpreted you as someone in their life. Yeah, I don't know, did you guys feel used by this person that you have on your mind? All these people. I think this person could have also, for my masculine viewers, demasculated you. For my feminines, emasculated. Like, yeah. This person is confusing. I think this is someone who spent quite a bit of time with you, and if it wasn't someone that spent a lot of time with you directly, this will be a different storyline. But this was someone who overwatched you at a distance for quite some time, is what I just heard. Alright, let's see here. Sorry if you guys hear funny sounds, it's my hot water bottle. It's cold here, you know, so let's see. Ooh. The reason why this person stole from you is because they felt entitled to. This person, I don't know. They did, but they didn't. There's no real reason why this person stole from you, if they did steal from you. If anything, this could have been like they stole your peace. Quite literally. Or at least they tried to. They could have also tried to affect your progression, and instead they could have tried to encourage your is it regression, like going backwards, oh jeepers, sorry guys, going back on the progress you had already made. This person could have even created or tried to create delays for you, or create a resistance within yourself to going after what it is that you really want. This person could have tempted you outside of what you knew you had to stay disciplined in, because this was their way of like trying to sabotage you from creating what it was that you wanted. This person is quite selfish, by the way. Oh my goodness, I keep dropping everything around me. Only in this reading. So this person could fall short of the mark as well, and that's a dead giveaway of the person. Like, I don't know, they have a lot of bad luck. You know what I'm saying? And they're so focused on everybody else around them that they don't even see in their own backyard. Anyway, I keep hearing that they try to make you make you blind to something, or make you deaf to the truth. They try to also affect your ability to express yourself. They try to stand for you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what is the karma of the person that stole from the viewers of pile number 3? This person isn't going to feel disconnected from the people that they once felt connected to. They're probably going to feel disconnected to reality as well, which is usually the starting point of most karmic returns, especially if it's negative karma. This person, I would also say that they won't have much to feel supported by. They'll probably feel alienated, like they don't belong as well, as a result of what they did to you or stole from you. This person is going to be rejected by like a group of people, and this person, they probably spun a lot of lies. Like, I see a lot of people catching this particular person who stole from you out on their lies. They see the web. They see the intentions as well. It's like screaming through this person. Oof, and it's going to create like a tower moment for this person in their life. Oh yeah, and this person knows it's coming as well, because there's been warning signs in their life. They've had like, people have been slowly catching them out. Because that's funny, because I just saw these balloons popping. So yeah, their time is running out really. They've been trying to uphold like a sense of security, or they've been exploiting something within themselves that's about to get like exposed, if this makes sense. If there's been like damage done by them, it's going to get exposed. So if there's been lies spread about you, they're going to get cleared up over these next 5 weeks. They could have lied to a lot of people. This is something that is gradually unveiling itself, and there's nothing that you have to do, because this person is sabotaging themselves. That's why it could be seeming so longly outdrawn, but this person keeps telling on themselves and people catching them out around them, and that's part of the karma. What's the karma for the person that stole from the viewer of pile number 3? Oh, the truth is going to get found out. Karmic justice is the truth. Trust in the truth. Damn. This person is not going to be able to trust themselves anymore, because the truth is going to come out. They thought that they were they thought that they were getting 10 steps ahead of everybody else by manipulating storylines and narratives, but it's going to get exposed. So you are protected. Spirit is involved, by the way, whether you know this or not. The more you stay true to yourself, the more your truth is going to shine through. This person tried to leave a handprint, which is kind of metaphoric in this sense. This person tried to like take over a situation and be better than you. This person could have degraded you as well, lied to you a lot about the potential that they saw within you. They studied you a lot and tried to, I don't know, make you not see the best within yourself. They affected your trust, and in like a balance of this, they're going to end up going through everything that they wanted to put you through intentionally. That is their karma. They're going to end up with everything that they did to you. But they're doing it to themselves. I don't understand how that works, but I mean, okay. Why did they steal from my viewer? We'll look more into the karma soon. Why did they steal? This person lacked details and vision. This person also lacked insight and understanding. This person tried to spiritually bypass natural growth processes, or this person tried to skip essential points of growth somehow through you. They wanted to know more and get to know more. But they wanted to know more than you. They wanted to be better than you. This is a comparison sort of situation, which is motivating their jeepers. I don't know what that was. That felt like I got kicked in the throat. 2 seconds. Okay, this person has lied a lot to a lot of people. That's what the kick in the throat is. This person is hurting their ability, like their credibility the most. People aren't going to believe them. People are also gossiping about them and piecing together the missing pieces. This person never really told the truth to anyone. They controlled all the narratives. They held back what they didn't want people to know, and they manipulated half-truths, I would say here. This person also spoke themselves up a lot to the people around them. They tried to inflate their quality. Does that make sense? Like their, I mean, I guess it is ego, but it's more like they try to inflate their worth of skill, for example. How good of a friend that they were, how dedicated they were, how dedicated they were to their integrity and all that. They try to make themselves out to be better than what they are, and people are recognizing that and seeing through that, and that's what's making them crumble. The reason why they stole from you is because they wanted to be like you. They wanted to have what you had. They wanted to be respected by people around them. They saw you as someone who was respected, but they didn't understand the type of work and that it took to be who you are and what you know and have the connections that you do. But this person is being brought to a permanent halt in whatever it is that they've been trying to do and achieve, quite literally. They're going to be held accountable, but they're going to have to first hold themselves accountable to then recorrect what is manifesting outside of them. Is like divine intervention. Spirit is very much involved in this situation, and I don't know, they're kind of sitting back and allowing this person to do what they're doing. I just heard they're really doing a number on themselves this time. I think this person is doubling down and running with something that they know is not working and it's leading to further consequence. So what is the karma? Yeah, this person is going to end up missing out on a lot of good opportunities for them, especially if it was financial. This person isn't going to be looking after themselves very well either. And there's going to be unlucky serendipitous meetings, I would say, here as a form of karma. There could be like rejection from jobs. promotions. And I also feel like there could be a lot of deceit in business ventures for this person. They're going to realize that they missed out on a good deal for those of you who were stolen from in business or work or opportunity or financial money ideas. You know what I'm saying? This person is also not going to be trusted. They're not really going to have the intellect or a mature, evolved approach with their intellect in their life, especially during challenges, and it's probably going to delay their ability to create solutions that make logical sense and that really lead to true results. I think this person is going to feel like they're always missing information that would be helpful for them. They probably always feel cut off from people that would be able to provide positive information for them or guidance. They probably don't really trust anyone around them because they don't trust themselves either. I think they blindly share information with people in the wrong ways, and it comes back to bite them in the butt. You know what I'm saying? This person is going to see people holding them accountable as personal attacks, and they're going to end up trying to hurt them, either emotionally, mentally, socially, but God forbid, physically, because I'm not about that life. I don't like that. But yeah, this person is going to end up misdirecting their anger that they have with themselves on other people outside of them, which is going to sabotage a lot more relationships and also their reputation and how people remember them. So word is spreading about them fast, and that's part of their karma pile. Number 3, those are messages I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this has come positive service. Jeepers, I said that too quick. But with all that being said, until next time, bye guys. Hello, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We're going to be taking a look into the karma of the person that stole from you. Now, I think this reading is going to be quite straightforward, but this is my pile that felt this a lot deeper than the other piles, I would say. Because you stood as someone who was like a support person in the person who stole from you's life. I think you guys really did help this person to overcome a lot of challenges. Whether you know this or not, I do believe that you put in a lot of effort to really support the person that was on your mind, but this person was greedy. This person was really stubborn. And I think that this person had an obsession with superficial things. I think that this person was probably also avoidant and aimless, I would say. I think that they thought far too much. And a lot of their thoughts, they used their power of thought to avoid acceptance of the truth. And a lot of the way that they use their train of thought is they do it aimlessly and they drift away a lot. They have a lot of fears around loss as well. And I think it's their fear of loss that leads them into a lot of trouble as it is. They could be in quite a lot of debt. And I think you were someone who provided a lot of emotional support to this person. I think you created like a safe space. You know what I'm saying? For them to just be themselves, vent, talk it out. I think this person feels very unlucky. And that was interesting. I just heard in a very like sarcastic or funny tone that They feel like the world owes them something. At least that could be the attitude that they walk around life with. And it could have been the attitude that they have when they stole from you. They could have had the attitude like you owe them this, which is totally wrong. Totally wrong. Anyway. Who was the person that stole from the viewer of pile number 4, please? Oh, this is someone who was in a state of panic because they could have been coming to the end of like a career path, I want to say, a venture. They had a loss of focus, a loss of goals. They didn't really know what to do or what to focus on. This person could have had a lot of mixed emotions as well, so they didn't have a lot of emotional clarity or a sense of security. This person really did struggle to put aside their fears, I would say, and they made a lot of choices filtered through their fear, while also mistaking it as their better judgment. So yeah, this person, I don't know, when they stole from you, they thought it was going to give them like a brighter future, or like they would feel better, or like they would be doing better, but they honestly aren't. They honestly aren't. They don't know where to go or what to do, so instead they're just standing still, and this is still an action that is creating a consequence in their life, which is stagnancy, missed opportunities. They're calling it a time of isolation when really it's not. It's just a lack of taking action, making the choice, leading themselves through their situations, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of used you as a cop-out, I would say. This could have been someone who had walked away from you multiple times, but they kept coming back to you, seeking support, seeking guidance, or seeking leadership. It's almost like they were expecting you to do the work for them, you know. Why did they steal from my pile number 4 viewers? Why did they steal from my pile number 4 viewers? Sorry guys, I just dropped a card. 2 moments. They stole from you because they saw you as someone who was happier than them, doing better than them. They saw you as someone who could relax in your life, or at least they perceived you to be as someone who was celebrating all the good things in your life, and that you wouldn't miss what they took. They saw that you had a happy home, a happy life, you felt happy with yourself, where it is that you were at in your own journey, and they wanted that. This person didn't want to move on from a situation in their life, and they just need to learn when to walk away, when enough is enough, when things are over and well done over, you know what I'm saying. This person isn't very good at choosing happiness because they are a negative person. That's quite literally the truth from what I'm seeing here. Why did they steal? They use a lot of people as excuses, by the way. Like, yeah. Why did this person steal from my pile number 4 viewers, please? Oh, jeepers. They stole from you because they're struggling to be self-sufficient. And they're in a whirlwind of heightened emotions right now that I don't think that they completely understand. And yeah, they might feel threatened by not being able to keep their home, having to clear out a lot of things, a lot of situations, having to, is it like downgrade a lot of different material possessions, and needing to budget more. This person could be very, like, I don't know, entitled. So they demand a lot in their life without really deserving it, earning it. Yeah, and this is why they stole from you, from what I see here. They didn't want to work to get themselves out of a hard situation. I think this person is quite dramatic as well, from what I'm feeling coming through the swan and the leopard. I think this person is someone who might look really nice on the outside, but on the inside they're not so nice of a person, or at least they weren't when they stole from you. Yeah, this person was ignoring the true nitty-gritty of what was taking place inside of them that really needed seeing to, and instead they went seeking it outside of them and stole it from you. Oh God. Okay, so let's see, what is the karma here for the people who stole from my pile number 4s? Thank you, Edward. What is the karma for the people who stole from the viewers of pile number 4? See, that one wanted to come out here. Oh. This person isn't going to be able to take the risk on themselves because they don't believe in themselves to be able to create positive change in their own life. You're with number 36 reducing down to 9. And 43 reducing down to 7. This person is going to be made into an example for others of what not to do. And a lot of people are going to learn from their past experiences. And as a result, other people outside of them are going to make better choices, but this person in particular is going to suffer because of it. They're going to be... A lot of them are going to feel very embarrassed for what they were running away from, which is taking ownership over what they did. Their part to play in the result that they're living in. This person is going to awaken to the fact that they are their issue, that they are their problem. They're the ones who did this to themselves. They are suffering within, especially within their relationships, or within feeling loved, or feeling like they have pure interactions with people outside of them. This person always plays victim, and they are awakening to their victimhood mentality, but they use their victimhood mentality to motivate stealing from you or claiming what was yours. This person, a part of their karma is also that they're going to have to give up or let go of a lot of things that they once found joy in, because they're starting to awaken to the true damage that they are doing to people outside of them and to themselves, to their future, to their ability to transform and create positive change. I think this person also has a lot of deep insecurities about themselves, their image, their body, and they're going to do a lot of work on that, but as a result they might work on losing weight in really unhealthy ways, and it's going to affect their health. Yeah, this person could get pretty sick as a result of karmic justice as well. This person could also sleep a lot, or need to sleep a lot. This person isn't going to have much life direction, and they're always going to find themselves at a dead end. This person could also lack transport, or they might always find that there is a challenge in the way of them getting where it is that they want to go. Something always falls through, always falls out. There's always too much stress that outweighs the pleasantries of what they're cultivating for themselves. They're never really happy. They're never really relaxed. They're always stressed. They're always worried. They're always anxious. And that is part of their karma. It's the stress that is making them sick. And they always feel disempowered to their path because they play the victim in their own life, and they choose that for themselves, but that's what they're awakening to. And if they don't choose to move with the awakening, they will be forced to, and it is their resistance that will lead to their suffering and downfall the most. Okay, so what is it that pile number 4 need to know before I end this reading? What does pile number 4 need to know about the current situation before I end this reading? Focus on yourself and focus on what is most meaningful to you. The changes that you've been wanting to build or been hoping would come in is going to. If you have been lonely recently, I see you guys building new relationships or getting closer with other people outside of you that are much better for you, your company, and your health. If you guys have been waiting for a group of people or a community to find out the truth, I see that taking place over these next 12 to 14 days in particular. Exposure of this person who stole from you is going to happen, and people are going to listen. You're going to get a lot more support from people outside of you than what you were expecting as well. If there has been like a public fallout between you and this person outside of you, people understand you much more than what you might think. This person could have talked down on you, but a lot of people outside of you understand why you are broken free of this connection with this person, because I pulled the Freedom card and I split to the Transformation card with the Phoenix on it. So yeah, people see that you've been wanting to move away from this person cordially or whatever, however you say that, but this person has been really negative about a separation between you and them. This person is very codependent on you. This person is like an energy vampire. And the karma for that is they're going to have an ego death. Ego deaths are so painful for people. Oh, this person is going to feel overwhelmed by their fears as well, that they're going to have to surrender by building a connection to their higher source. Source is forcing Source's way into this person's acceptance. The more this person denies the truth, the more it will just become much more loud and clear, if not to them, to the people around them. And the more that people realize the truth for them, the more they are going to find their acceptance hitting a lot harder when that time does come around. So what is going to be the karmic return for pile number 4 as a result of this person stealing from them? You're going to get a rest from this person. This person is going to be removed from your space. And you are going to be able to transform as a result of this person leaving your space. You guys have purified yourself from the influence, from the loss of this person, the influence that this person had in your energy and on your life. And you are kind of cleansed now of this person. Yeah, you guys are free. That is the karmic justice and karmic return for you. You guys have been broken free of Triumph of the Goddess, which is strange because that's not supposed to be in this deck. But yeah, you guys are going to achieve all it is that you set your mind to, because you no longer have someone in your space holding you back, taking from you, or affecting your ability to achieve what you set your mind on, pile number 4. And most of all, this person has lost you, and that is the greatest karma to this person once they wake up to the damage that they created in this connection. There is nothing that you have to do. It's all being revealed to them, and it's being shown in front of them through the consequence of what they have lost themselves. Those are the messages I have for you today. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you, and with all that being said, until next time, bye guys.